Most people think damage is caused by monsters, by cruel people. That belief is comfortable as hell. But Hannah Arendt saw something far more disturbing. The worst damage is often done by people who feel normal, who follow rules, who do everything by the book, who say, "Hey, I was just doing my fucking job." And once you accept that, the story doesn't just change, it collapses. Because the people who cause the most damage don't feel dangerous. They feel reasonable, polite, sane. They show up on time. They follow procedures. They use the right language. Nothing about them feels extreme. And that's exactly why this shit works. The harm doesn't come from rage. It comes from smooth functioning, from things running efficiently, from not stopping, from not interrupting, from never asking, "Wait, what the fuck am I actually doing here?" You learn which questions are safe, which ones get you marked, which ones quietly close doors. And without any dramatic moment, thinking gets replaced by execution, not because someone ordered it, but because the system rewards the hell out of compliance. That's the danger Arendt pointed at, not evil intentions, just ordinary people doing ordinary tasks without ever stopping to add the pieces up. You don't need hatred, you just need momentum. And momentum doesn't ask questions. And the reason nobody stops isn't ignorance, it's pressure. Arendt wasn't a preacher. She wasn't a hero. She didn't offer redemption. She was closer to a punk than a saint. She ruined everyone's comfort. She rejected comforting stories, rejected clean villains, rejected the idea that those people were the problem. She watched the system closely and said what nobody wanted to hear. When she published Eichmann in Jerusalem, even her closest friends turned on her. Not because she defended a killer, but because she refused to call him a monster. There were no monsters, just obedient people who stopped thinking and kept moving. Which leaves one question hanging. Where the hell does this show up now? This isn't about history, it's about you. It's the meeting where something feels wrong and nobody speaks. It's the form you sign without reading carefully, because that's just the fucking process. It's the choice you make by default because it's easier than stopping to question it. And here's the fucked up part. Nobody forces you. Nobody threatens you. You just learn what works, what gets approved. And slowly, politely, your thinking shrinks to fit the role. You stop asking certain questions, not because they're wrong. You tell yourself, this isn't my responsibility. I didn't decide this. I'm just doing my part. And that's the trick. The damage doesn't feel like damage. It feels ordinary, professional, sensible, grown up. Until you look back and realize something quiet and brutal. You were never asked to betray your values. You just weren't asked to think. And once thinking becomes optional, everything else is already fucked. Here's the part nobody likes hearing. Once thinking becomes optional, everything else becomes easy. Following rules feels like virtue. Repeating language feels like intelligence. Obedience feels like responsibility. And you don't feel evil. You feel useful, needed. That's why this never announces itself as danger. It feels normal, efficient, reasonable, until damage is already done. And no one can quite say who did it, because no one chose it. No one decided it. No one felt responsible. It just happened. That's the cost of not thinking, not guilt, not punishment, distance. Distance from consequences, distance from responsibility, distance from what your actions actually touch. And once you're there, the most dangerous sentence in the world doesn't sound dangerous at all. It sounds like this. I was just doing my fucking job. Let's rock that wisdom!